the money, correct? Nobody is doing social work, right? Social work is different way, but professionally, everybody is here. Each and every business are running with the intention of earning some money, right? So why they want to go for the automation? They have to save the money. Saving money is also one type of earning money itself. Cost cutting you have to do. If five people are working with, imagine yourself, five people are working with 15,000 per K, the banking sector, and their job is to create the accounts. Okay, 15 into 5, try 75,000 rupees per month. Salary is going on. Imagine one robot is there, one robot with the salary of 4,000 per month. Licensing charges, I'm saying salary means the licensing charges. Salary of 4,000 can do the work of five people. Which one you will prefer as a business owner? Robot, right? You are saving almost 71,000 per month. Again, you have to manage all the holidays, festivals of the employee, health issues, illness in the family. So many issues are there. Correct? Even beyond day shift, also you can deploy the bot for night shift, doing some other work. Means one robot can do the work of 5 to 10 people work. So how the cost is getting saved? So all these parameter we explain to the client. What are the benefits you'll get out of the automation? Of course, development of robot involves a developer role, and that costs a lot. Like initial robot development, of course, require a costing for them. But once they develop a robot, that robot can use it for multiple years with the licensing cost on license monthly, whatever cost is there, 4,000, 2,000 to 4,000 costing is there. Monthly, they pay that amount of charges to the licensing. They can use a robot. They can ask the robot to do the work on their work. So that's how the cost is saving with the help of RPA. And we ask this all these questions, or we observe all these parameter while selecting any process from the client. Whoever comes and asks us to automate the particular task, we need to see all these parameters. Is it clear? RP delivery life cycle. Do you know software delivery life cycle? Have you heard? What are the phases of any software development? So it's very similar to in RP also will apply. Phases means stage, like first stage is what, second stage is what, start to end. How what are the steps involved? The first is discovery of the process. For doing the automation, we need to discover the process first. What are the processes which are best suitable for the automation? We need to prepare a documentation. Correct. Second is design the solution. Designing solution again, get the technical design document and what are the flows to be done in that case. Third is implementation or maybe developing that. It's like a software delivery life cycle. Okay. Then testing, UAT. What is UAT? UAT means user acceptance test. So once you do the development, complete the development as well as testing from user like developer side, we need to test it from the business side. We need to give that software, whatever robots we develop, we need to give it to business to test it. Really, it is working or not, nice or not. That is called as user acceptance test. If they say yes, the application working fine, or robot is working fine as per our expectation, or as per the documentation what we built, right? So as per the requirements going good, then they give the permission for the go live. Go live means production, actual use. It works on the production data. So for any industry, there are the two domains: test domain and test environment and production environment, or dev test production development domain, or the environment test environment and production environment. So in development test, we have the dummy data, right? So it's a very dummy data. It's not nothing to us. Maybe copy of production data. We can say. In production, we have to deal with the real data, and without UAT, without testing, we cannot go for the production. Do you agree with me? Yes, because if you think of the robot which are working in the banking sector, it's very crucial, right? Even a single mistake can make a big problem because they are dealing with customer money, customer bank account related issues are there. So whatever robots are building, we're supposed to be very careful while building, and of course we should do the rigorous testing as well as should do the UAT in front of business. See, the robots working like this. Are you happy? Is it breaking any rule, maybe policy of the banking sector? So all those things are there. So that's why UAT and testing is too much important. Before going and making it live, and after making live, of course, there is a hypercare support. So we do provide the support to as per agreements. So for the 1 month, 2 months, 6 month, 1 year, depends on the agreement what we had with the business. So support means we'll monitor the bot when it goes live. Of course, there could be some bugs. Even if you tested all the scenarios, even if we got the UAT from the business, but still there might be chances there could be some bugs which are unidentified during the testing phase. Do you also observe like might be you install some Android application and of course before making live any application, uh, team takes a lot of efforts to test it perfectly without making any issues. But still we get some issues. We find identify some bugs, and while using the application, sometimes OTP may not come, sometimes login may not happen, right? So those kind of issue happens, and so again in RP also we come across different issues when it goes live. It may not send the email. It may not send the open the Excel file. There could be some issues because test environment and production environment is totally different. There could be some dependencies. Correct. So that's why that support and run is very much important for the any in RPD life cycle. So I hope you understood this. If somebody asks you what are the stages you are going to work on as a RP developer, should start with discovery of the process, preparing the documentation that is called as a requirement document. Second is solutionizing that, means uh, writing down all the solutions required for that problem statement. Third is development, testing, and UAT. Last one is sorry, go live. Last one is the support. So these are the four stages. RP developer works. Use case HR operation. I given multiple examples so far. This is one more example you can imagine. Just go through the slide and try to elaborate, understand this. And I just wanted to ask you, imagine yourself, you are the HR and you have to do all this task. Go through the slides. So as a new employee, suppose you got hired here, of course you have to follow some steps to become an employee of any company. So it will all start from that. New employee registration, send information, material, login codes. After interview done and you got selected, what are the steps HR do? From that steps, very first step is there. What is that? Send information, material, login codes, create account, re- request, it should be request access card, update list, generate phone number extension, mailing list, create email box, and all those things. This process takes almost 2 to 3 days for HR. And daily basis, he has to do, HR has to do all this stuff because if you imagine a big MNC and of course having a lot of resources to be hired on daily basis, and HR has to deal all these activities. Can we replace all this activity with the help of robots? Yes, it's possible. And we cannot use the same robot for all the companies because each and every company following their own application. Applications are different, right? Their ERP application is different. Every company is following their own ERP application. So, of course, even the steps are same, but the applications are different. So, wherein we cannot use the same robots for all the company, but we can build a robot which will do all these tasks and help HR to do all this task without any, automatically it will do. Understood this task? So any question will before moving. Okay, let me complete this first part, then take the questions. Uh, what skill sets you need to become a good developer in this domain? Of course, this skill set we are going to learn as a part of this idea. Okay, but you just keep in mind. So how I become a good developer in RPA to get the job once you complete your graduation. So you should have problem solving skills, strategic planning skill, knowledge on RP. Of course, that we're going to learn. Communication skill, of course, required for any job. I would say exposure to a skill like database. You should have some basic knowledge. Knowledge and programming languages. Basic knowledge and programming knowledge is also is enough. Analytical skills. So mostly you can see mostly the skills required are the problem solving, strategic as well as strong analytical thinking and communication. So no strong programming knowledge is required here. So very minimalistic programming knowledge, if you have, that's also enough. But you should have all the thinking level skills and of course knowledge on RPA tool that we are going to learn through this ITR program. Next slide is about job roles and salary components in India. So these are some job roles. Starting with left side is junior like RP developer, senior RP developer, RP process architect, then RP developer, senior consultant. On the right hand side, you can see there is a data analyst. So you can begin your journey here, RP developer. Once you are good, what's the role of RP developer? To design the robots and try to understand the requirements from the business, prepare a documentation, and then start working on building the robot. Okay. Senior developer, of course, much more responsible than the RP developer. Architect is kind of person who design the solution, start to end. So for a client, it may not be having one robot supposed to be developed. There could be multiple robots. So he is the person who designed the solution using, for the requirements. At high level, he will design, and of course, under architect there could be multiple senior developer, multiple RP developers will be there. Consultant, of course, he is leading the business. He is leading this particular domain. I would say he's leading with interacting with the main person of the company who, in particular, this domain, he deals with a customer as well as the internal resources. On right hand side, data analyst, RP data analyst, maybe business analyst. These are the people who deals with intermediate between client and our developers. So they normally convert the non-technical things into technical part. So developer may not understand the language of business, or business person may not understand the technical aspects of the us. So there should be someone should be there as a mediator who converts. I mean, if you say technical things to business, whether I don't think so they can understand it. Correct? Any client, if you observe, they are dealing with their applications on a daily basis, but they may not understand the technical aspects of how we are going to do the automation. They may not know what is RPA. Correct, I'm saying. So they don't know what is a database. So business analysts and data analysts, these are the people who deal with this kind of concepts. So they act as a mediator. They communicate the technical information into simple language to the client. And whatever business or clients are sharing the information, that's supposed to be converted into technical aspect. So he's a mediator. He know the and what can I say both the technical aspect as well as business side aspect. Then RP lead developer and project manager. These are the people who are the people's manager. Like they manage the project, they manage the people. That kind of role they are dealing with. Their their job is to get the work done, to meet the timeline, and as per the business requirement, we are going to set the timeline for the work, right? So this task supposed to be done in 15 days. Task supposed to be in 1 month, something like that. So there are the stage what we already discussed, the phases, 4 phases. So according to 4 phases, we have to set the deadline. For the first phase, this is the timeline. For the second phase, this is the timeline. And that has to be followed, and that should be followed, and it should be ensured by the project manager as well as RPA. lead developer. So these are the people who ensure the project is going smoothly and it's on time. Understood this part? But you made my question, so how I can start my journey? You can start your journey with the RPA developer. Below that, intern is like you are just learning, exploring yourself. You are working on some small use cases, and then you got some basic knowledge or maybe good knowledge. Then you can start your journey as an RPA developer once you complete your graduation. So, as a beginner, business salary structure, it might have increased. We took it from Glassdoor. RP developer salary is around 6 LPA, okay, per year, 6 lakh per year. Senior consultant up to 14. Uh, the ranges got increased nowadays. So, of course, the salary would be more than this. This is Indian salary, but if you go with other countries, of course, salary structure is different. Okay. But you can start with that particular component. How to start your career? As I said, I think you are in that phase. So RP tools in the market, there are so many tools in the market. Okay. Out of that, UiPath is the best, having more popularity in the market, and most of the companies are using this UiPath tool to develop the robots. But it doesn't mean that we don't have any other tools. We have other also tools. We have Power Platform from the Microsoft. Pega is there, Kofax. We have Automation Anywhere. We have Blue Prism. So all these are meant for developing a robots. Okay, but they have different UI. They have different way of programming the robot. But problem statement is the same. Tool is might be different. End result is same again. Try to understand the difference. Problem statement is same. You have to decide. Your architect will decide which tool is supposed to be used for this particular task. Whether we have to go with UiPath, whether we have to go with Power Automate, Blue Prism, Automation Anywhere. Okay, depends on the problem complexity, automation complexity, as well as cost factor. These tools comes with the license, correct? So licensing cost is different for different tools. So that's why your consultant architect will decide which tool we have to use for the development purpose. So we have plenty of tool in the market, but as per industry standard or industry demand nowadays, UiPath is the topmost, Power Automate is there, Automation Anywhere, and Blue Prism. So these are the top 4 or 5 tools are in the market. If we to list it down, the top one is UiPath. Second, we can say Power Automate. Third is Automation. Fourth one is Blue Prism, like that. We do have some customers on Copax, then Pagan, so and so. Okay. Next part is UiPath. I'm going to start, but before that, would like to take a minute or two. So, want to take some inputs or maybe suggestions or maybe questions for me, people. Any questions? Online students, offline students also. I hope you understood so far whatever we discussed. Okay. So, I hope you have the still more curiosity how it works. Okay, online students, do you have any questions? Yes. Mm. I do have artificial intelligence. Yes. So basically, without intelligence, it may not work, right? So we have intelligence in that. We have an advanced concept. Robots are dealing integrated with agentic. Nowadays, this UI is also agentic robots are coming in picture. AIML is already getting integrated in that. Then your GPT is already integrated that. Okay. So too much there in this. Good question. Any other questions, guys? No? Online students, you can unmute yourself, ask the questions before starting with the UiPath tool introduction. Can you acknowledge? Are you getting point what we discussed so far? Ayush, Praveen, Kunal, Sushant, Ritesh, you can unmute yourself or you can put in chat. Okay, fine. So let me show you UiPath tool. Not in detailed way. Detailed way will be discussed from Monday. But I'm going to just give a small hint, like how it look like. Then one simple use case I will show you. I will build the robots in front of you and will show you the use case quickly. Okay. So let's see on the screen. The UiPath comes up in three modules. One is Studio, second one is Robot, third one is the Orchestrator. In simple way, how you can understand this? Studio is for design and development. It's just like your normal any Visual Studio or something like that. It's simply programming work to do it. So where while doing the after doing the program, we do the debug, right? And also check whether the code is working fine or not. So design and development we're going to do with the help of Studio. Robot, this is one software from the UiPath. It's a tool, one of the tool from the UiPath. Second tool from UiPath is a robot. Robot is nothing but assume yourself you developed a robot and you created a end package, end code or package of your software or maybe your robot. That that should that will work on the client machine, right? In the production, real time, it's going to work on the client machine. So in the client machine, there should be one more tool is there, that is the Ruvapath robot. So that tool will execute what the package you developed using the studio. Get my point? So one of the software, the code you are going to build using studio, and you are going to create on package. Package means it's an end product of your robot. So that product has to be executed in the client machine or maybe production machine, and the production machine is on client environment, and how that code or package is getting executed with the help of UiPath robot. So that software is supposed to be there installed in the client machine to execute the robot you built or software you built. So for execution purpose, we need UiPath robot. Development purpose, studio. Execution purpose, UiPath robot. Third one is monitoring purpose, you need a orchestrator. Monitoring. Suppose I developed 100 bots, 100 robots are installed for the different clients. As I said, we have to support the robots. We have to support the client. It may have to happen since some issues are happening in the application, right? So we need to monitor it. We need to observe how the bots are working. Also, we need to deployment and all those things. So the last orchestration is nothing but monitoring. The dictionary meaning of orchestration is nothing but monitoring. So UiPath has given the third web application where you can see how your bots are working. Understand? Because that is much needed, whether bots are really doing good job or not. Means you have deployed, I will give the example. So suppose you have developed a bot and installed in a machine of the client, and it's supposed to run early morning at 6 a.m. Before office opens, it's supposed to send an output to the over the email. Okay. So this is a daily routine job. Daily body early morning 6 at a.m. it's supposed to run and generate the output. And someday bot it happens output did not generate. So client will ask you what happened to the bot. He cannot understand, he cannot talk with the bot as well. So he'll reach out to you as a support team. So can you monitor or can you check out what exactly happened with the bot? So that's a tool through the orchestrator. You can check out what exactly happened with that particular robot. You can analyze the issue and you can fix the issue if required, or you can say or maybe elaborate the exact issue happened between that. And so that we can have, orchestrator is going to help out you to monitor as well as to check out the issues. Is it clear? Also, you can schedule the bots through the orchestrator. Suppose business bot is running at 6 a.m. and he asked, no, I want to run the bot at 5 a.m. early. So we need to change the schedule. How you can change the schedule? Again, through the orchestrator. So that is simply control over the bot, monitor as well as controlling your bots. So that purpose, there is a web application like that. So three tools, Studio, robot, and orchestrate. Studio for design and development purpose. Robot is for execution purpose, and orchestrator is for monitoring, controlling and monitoring purpose. Okay, these two are the desktop application. That one is the web application. Understood? Good. So demonstration. This is one example already we discussed. What is this? Data scraping. Okay. So these are the steps. This is the task. Okay, we have to do and generate the output. Okay. Open Flipkart site, search for Samsung Mobile, copy mobile name and price, do it for all pages and paste it on Excel. This is not a industry example, guys, but this is for learning purpose. This example I'm giving. So instead of Flipkart website, there could be any other internal application where you have to copy the data from that and paste it into Excel and submit it to your manager. Like that, it happens. Customer data. So this is a parallel example just to understand the RP in better way, right? So let me implement it using UiPath tool. Okay, see on the screen. So I'm just signing in to RPA. So this is a software. Okay, UiPath Studio. Okay, this one. An assistant is called as UiPath Robot. So I'm going to open this now. Uh, Let me close all these things. See, in detail of this application will be discussed in the upcoming session. Okay, so don't get bothered. Ki, what is this and all? So this is just like an studio software only. And any, if you want to close the tutorial, yes. So I will start with the simple process. Let's say data scraping. I'm going to give a name here. So how fast we can build a robot and how it is convenient or easy. Okay, that I'm going to demonstrate now. Let this load. Meanwhile, I will. Okay. So software got loaded here now. So let me create a process. So from UiPath, you can just So here from the left hand side, there are readily used or can say portals are available. So I'm going to use Flipkart, right? Flipkart. So this portal you have to use. Then you have to search it here Samsung mobile. You can take any other mobiles. Okay. If you okay. So you can see. So we have multiple data here, right? Around so many pages are available. Correct. So we have to copy the name and price. So as you already said, so it takes more than 1 hour to copy all these mobile phones. Correct. So let's see how the bot works quickly for this. So I'm just dragging this activity here from this to this. Okay, no need to write the program. So simply you have to drag the activities required for that. For the first time, it will take some time to load respective packages. This is the another example because of time constraint we cannot go with currency conversion basically. Uh, so so you can see there is an input Excel. Uh, I mean, if you can visit this www.xe.com for converting one currency to another currency. So for banking sector, it requires on daily basis, like INR to USD, USD to INR conversion rates. So how much $1 is how much rupees. These rates are getting changed, every second. So that data is required for the banking sector to convert the foreign currency to Indian currency or Indian currency to foreign currencies. So there are some promoters. So this is one of the tasks, of course, going forward in future sessions will come up with this kind of use cases. Assume there is an Excel file and you have data in the Excel. Column A is having one currency name, column 2 having another currency name, column 3 is having the amount to be converted. And if you go to that portal, it will ask you to put from currency to currency, to currency and amount to be converted. Hit on convert button. So that will generate the converted amount. Okay. And suppose you have to copy the data from the Excel and put it to this portal and copy again the converted amount back to Excel. So that kind of task is this one. This another use case is there. Let me check it if it is loaded or not. So now, okay, this communication is not happening. Okay. Let me do it again. So now this pop-up is coming up. It's not visible. Just stop this presentation. Display. Okay. So I'm now indicating just a minute, the data. So it is asking to select the data. So I'm clicking here. Just like programming, okay, how it's supposed to be done, that will be discussed in future session with the text. So So this is how we have to program the bot. So we need to indicate one by one like this. Okay. Then it is getting selected like this. Further, we have to go for selecting data like this. So all 48 data count came up here. Maybe it's not visible to people. See, all 48 data came up here, captured here from the one page. So just I'm putting name here for this mobile data. Then further, I have to choose for the mobile price. Again, select the data to extract. One, you have to just train it, properly. How many data you are required to extract it. So extract the text. All 24 is coming up. It's all okay. This is going to confirm mobile price. Okay. And at the bottom, there is extract multiple data, multiple pages data. So there is a next button, right? So I have to indicate that. So enable this part and indicate on this. So automatically, we just program the bot key, copy the data from like mobile name and price, and go for the next page. So program is done. Programming is done. Now we have to write this extracted data to Excel, right? So for doing that purpose, I need to uh, use an activity, write range. There is an activity called as write range. Okay, the first time it's taking some time to load all the activities related or packages related to in the background. Uh, let me let me show one folder. Okay, it's better. We'll create an Excel file here. Our bot will create automatically. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here I need to provide the path of the file where you want to write. Okay, so already I have a folder path here. I'm just going to copy this folder path. Okay, and provide in double quote. Also, just provide the file name data.xlsx. The name of the file would be data.xlsx. The sheet name, what the sheet name you want to have. And this, whatever data is created, I wanted to write it. That's all. So this is the part of scrapping. This is the part of writing data to Excel. So let me save this, okay, and run the code. Let me have this screen as it is. So it will start running. Yeah, just started now. See, it's now processing automatically. I'm not doing anything. So all this is doing by the bot. It's scrolling up, scrolling down, next page, scrolling up, scrolling down, next page. Is it interesting? And even if you, this is normal speed of the bot. If you have good configuration of the laptop or the machine, it will be too much faster. So around 500 mobile phones are copied. You can see at the top, around 3,000 mobile phones are 2,900. And all this is getting stored in a variable. And at the end, we said it has to write to the Excel. So already shown the folder was empty. No files were there. So now the bot is going to write that data to Excel. Yeah, 2 minutes, just ask them to wait. Okay, it's copied around 961. Still working. So due to time constraint, we'll pause here itself. So I hope you understood now. So basically, it is going to write the data back to Excel. Here, it's going to create it. Maybe in upcoming session, you can see that. Yeah, it's written. Maybe there's some page constraints. I need to do some settings. Can you see this? Of course, this has to be write the program or maybe do some extra settings are there, but due to time constraint, couldn't do it. So we need to do some extra settings to get this data in smoother manner. So now this is the price, mobile level price that's copied from the portal. I have paused the body meeting itself. So this is an example how the UiPath or the robot RP robots can help us. But maybe in upcoming sessions we'll learn more with basics of installation. From installation we'll learn it, how to install it and how to start with the program. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed this session. Okay. So again, tomorrow there will be session on I believe data science and analytics, or maybe full stack. So 2 more days we have sessions on two different technologies. So you can decide, and from Monday you will continue the same sessions. Okay. So okay. Thank you so much. Thank you guys.